Hi, Boo. I'm so glad you came by today to see me. How's it going? How's it going in your world? Are you ready for Halloween? Are you doing anything for Halloween? Tonight is something I want to talk about regarding Halloween. But first, I'm sorry I got to unload a few things for you guys. Y'all, it has been a few days of like craziness. I have behind my house, there's an apartment complex and there's this giant tree. And I call it the Jack and the Beanstalk tree because it's like so big and I love it. It loses its leaves in the fall and, I get to see them coming back in the spring, obviously. But it houses squirrels and birds and hawks, and I just love it. And we've had some pretty crazy wind that has come through my area. I'm in Texas, and it's been like, whoo, I've watched that thing. I'm like, oh God, please don't fall. Don't fall this way. So I never had any problems with the tree whatsoever. It's just beautiful. I just love it, right? So the other night, we had some wind. Apparently, we had some rain. I slept right through it. I didn't know. But a branch at the very top of the Jack and the Beanstalk tree, like, pew, missed one of my fences. Bam! Just hit a couple of the little 2x4s and then fell. And thankfully, didn't fall on my son's car. It was in front of it. And it's on a couple of my open top grills that are there. And, I don't know, like an outdoor seating table, so it's fine. Except I didn't know that that happened. Apparently, I have sleep issues because I can never sleep, but that night I slept right through it. So I let my dogs out the next day. I was on a dog hunt trying to find my dogs. And usually they just go right out the door and then up to the left or this and that and the other. But when there's two of them, who knows? So it was a deal. And then I had to come back home. Remember, I talked to you about, I don't really want to have to do these kinds of things, but I did. I like hammered that up there and da da da, ba ba ba. And well, I didn't do a good job because at the bottom, later on, the dogs got through the bottom of the fence. I was like, oh, here we go again. And I'm sure everybody's Ring doorbell was catching me like, oh, and believe me, I was just like, oh. So I got him again. I brought him back in. And, but I needed to call our power people Encore and to get them out to check on these wires. It was just an ordeal, you guys. It was an ordeal. And I've told you about Shadow, my originally my brother's dog, which I have taken in for the past 4 years. Remember I told you she can't see very well and she's kind of, deaf. And I won't make a joke about that because like right now she hadn't been doing very good. This dog trips me out. I'm going to get to the point of the video in a moment, but just let me. I've been waiting to talk to my family here to tell y'all what I've been going through. So, yeah, she kind of stopped being able to use her hind legs. And I was like, oh no. So, I'm like holding her up and taking care of her. And I'm like, oh gosh. And, shedding tears. And this dog has fooled me for a long time. I thought she was going to be on the outs. And then she always comes back and I don't know, I've always got it wrong. But this one time I thought this night, about the time it was the next day when the branch fell. So I went out and because the ground was soft and I thought, well, this would be the best time. So I made a little forever home for her and prayed and cried and did all the stuff that we do because we love our fur babies so much. So when the Encore guy came out to check the wires back there, we were talking about the Cowboys. And he started saying, oh, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm like, really? So we started talking about the Cowboys. And then I wondered later on, was he really a Cowboy fan? Or was he just saying he was a Cowboy fan because he saw the shovel in the little grave that I had in the backyard? I'm like, So it's been tough. Like I just, oh my, y'all, I know like our fur babies or our babies, it's just the toughest thing. I've like cried my eyes out. I'm just like, I'm a little bit late getting y'all some videos, but I have not forgotten, and I've really been wanting to get to you because y'all make me feel better. I know somebody understands, somebody's been there. And that's kind of the reason that I wanted to talk about tonight's subject, that there's always somebody that understands where you're coming from. Now, I know they may not understand my toxic relationship with the Dallas Cowboys, but let's save that for another video. Let's just talk about this, that I heard on the radio that outside of Valentine's Day, the most lonely time of the year is Halloween for single people. Halloween. I would have never gotten that right if I was on a game show. I would have not been like, no, I want Christmas. Like, no, it's Halloween. And I guess it's because, they see kids coming to the door and they're with families and, like, I don't know all the psychology behind it all, but apparently that's the thing. Like, outside of Valentine's Day, for those of us who do not have significant others, that's a lonely time. I've never been lonely on Halloween, but it's a thing. And if you have been, then you're right in line with everything else. I don't want you to be lonely anytime. And what I want to tell you, and I would like for you to listen to this, and if you're married and you're happy and everything's great in your life and you're single, well, continue on to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all, we're almost at 70 subscribers. We're gonna hit 100 very, very soon. So, like, do that and then come back later on. But, I'd rather you stick around and listen, because maybe you could help somebody else with this. YouTube is really amazing. When I have had, prior to me really just like getting into YouTube, and I don't mean videos, I mean just seeing how valuable YouTube is. When I would have anxiety at night, I would love it when I could hear the train off in the distance, because the train, I could focus on the train and I could hold in or release the anxiety, and it was always in the middle of the night. And you hear a dog right now. This is Angel. Angel, come up here. Say hi to everybody. Come here. This is Angel. Hang on. Get back. Oh, God. This is Angel. That's Angel. So, one of the escapers. But come on up then. Do something. I'm trying to talk. So, the train really helped me. I used to love it, like, in the evenings or during the day when I would listen to baseball, the Texas Rangers, because I would hear Eric Nadel, and just listening to the game would calm my anxiety. And I'll be darned if years later I didn't find out he took some time off from the Rangers. He has anxiety problems. He has some stuff going on. You never know what somebody is going through. And I was like, oh my God, I am listening to you because you're helping me. And yet you're fighting the same battles. Oh, it's beautiful. Or it's messed up, or like whatever, fill in the adjective. So the thing about YouTube that I want you to know, because I know a lot of my friends now have come to YouTube that weren't on YouTube before. Don't hit the tripod. There you go. Because they would only go to YouTube if they were trying to learn how to fix something. And so, and that's pretty much what I thought it was too. Like, oh my gosh, how would we do without YouTube? We could learn how to fix this. And so what's cool about YouTube, if you're lonely, if you're homebound, if you're in, a rehab facility, for your body or your, whatever. Like if you're just not able to get out and be with people and see people, there is something on YouTube that you can connect to. Like I love aviation. I watch a lot of stuff from aviation. I've told you I love true crime. I love trials. I did not know where to go with my self, other than Ranger games or trains, So the thing about YouTube is you can build friends on YouTube by tuning into something that you like. So, if it's crocheting, if it's cooking, if it's barbecuing, if it's diamond painting, if it's aviation, if it's trials, whatever it is, there is a community out there that you can plug into. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to be like in the chat, like, yo, hey, I'm here and da da da. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just watch. Action Kid, that's another one that I love to watch because he would walk all these places from Canada to New York. I got to see so many things at Christmas time, from him. I didn't participate in the chat, but you can watch people driving. You can just whatever, so that it feels like you're not alone. And then if you want to connect with that channel, everybody's very welcoming. They will welcome you. The barbecue community, the channels that I've already recommended to you guys, my crochet ladies, my diamond painting ladies, my gardening ladies, and whatever it is that you like. I don't know, maybe you just like to watch paint dry on the wall. I bet you anything that there is a channel for that. And the coolest thing is you don't feel like you're alone. And the other thing is, do you mind? I mean, this is why I told y'all I can barely ever get a video in. But you don't always have to communicate. But if you start communicating in the chat, you start making friends. And they start to notice when you're not there. You don't have to show your face. You can just like, hey, I'm enjoying this, give them some encouragement. It helps them with their channel. And then you go back. And if you're hitting that little subscribe button and you hit all notifications, anytime they post something, you'll be notified. And it's really cool. And if you don't want to talk, don't talk. And if you don't want to see anybody that day, that's the greatest thing. Like they're not like, brr, brr, brr. Where is Nancy? Nancy is not here. We're going to give Nancy hell. No, they'll miss you, but you don't have a pressure on you to, do anything. What it does is it helps those of us that may have anxiety, that may be lonely, whatever, it helps you connect with other people with the same interest, with the same stuff going on. Maybe something, beyond what you even thought of, but you might be able one time to say, T, 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 ta, 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 pa, 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 send, and that helps someone, So it's awesome what YouTube can do beyond just helping us, learn how to, I don't know, whatever, change a light bulb. Simple, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it helps if you're lonely. You can find everything. I watch, anxiety, airplane, the aviation videos all the time. If I'm cleaning the house, I'm listening to LA flights. I want to hear what's going on, see where they are, see what's up. So I want to share that with you. Don't be lonely. Loneliness sucks, but you don't have to be. You don't have to be if you're stuck in the house or you're stuck in a hospital or you're stuck in life. Okay, there's a community that welcomes you and they will encourage you. The things that happen on YouTube are great. The relationships, the bonding that goes on, give it a chance. It's not like, some sort of scam. Now, people start asking you for money, but that doesn't happen. Not that I've experienced. I'm sure somebody would leave me a comment like, oh, it happened to me and da-da-dee. But don't be lonely. Don't be lonely. Tune in to YouTube. Watch comedy, like I told you. And but find what your interests are and find your tribe. And I hope I'm your tribe. I want to know what's going on with you. What's going on with you for Halloween? Like, is anybody dressing up at Halloween? Are y'all looking forward to your grandkids or your kids or your nieces and nephews dressing up? I mean, send me a picture on my community page if you or feel comfortable with that, because I want to see what's going on. I love it. I'm going to be outside passing out candy. And I hope I have enough candy because I don't have any dollar bills this year to pass out. And I don't think I have any hot chocolate either. So, don't be lonely on Halloween. Don't be lonely anytime. And even if you don't have YouTube, I want you to remember there's one source for all loneliness, all anxiety, all hurt. And that is Jesus Christ. All right? He provides the Holy Spirit that surpasses all human understanding. So if you don't have a train that you can get your mind off of it for your anxiety, you don't have a baseball game or can't have the YouTube, you just talk to him. He already knows. All right? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for growing our family. And let's keep going. And I hope that you guys find each other within this channel. That would make me really, really super happy. And you hear Angel over there. I'm going to go give her some belly rubs. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.